Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach and movie theater. See, you don't have to pretend to see movies. You can actually just go to the theater and see movies. But anyway, let me see if I got my ticket here. It's in my pocket. I just got done with seeing Transformers 1 and man, so the whole point of reviews is to give your opinion, but man, like this one was rough. Like it was actually like really rough. It was first of all, the advertising for it is very strange in that it's a kids movie, but they kind of act like it isn't. They kind of act like it's like, oh, you know the Transformers movies that were kind of for everyone. Well, it's like that, but it's all animated. No, it's a kids movie, like 100%. So that was annoying. But the worst part, like the worst, oh my God, worst part was that it has, it's not exactly MCU humor. So when I was deciding whether to see this, I was telling people, I was like, I've heard it's good, but the trailer has a bunch of I did a thing style humor in it, and I hate that shit. And then also, oh, here's the, see? I saw the movie. It's not that hard. So the trailer had a bunch of I did a thing style humor, and I was like, I can't take this shit. And then also like the face designs looked kind of babyish, so I was like, okay, they're acting like this is like just a regular Transformers movie, but it isn't. Well, it isn't. So it's not exactly MCU humor. It's like MCU mixed with like Lego movie humor mixed with I did a thing. This style of humor is so old. I was surprised there weren't like what do you call it? Jokes about like mustaches and bacon. And I mean, somebody in the comments was telling me it's like, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that humor is in there, but it's like 10 minutes of the movie. So I was like, okay, I can get through 10. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's half the movie. Half the movie is just awful. Like I said, MCU Lego movie mustache and bacon, like just horrible. Like worse than any Marvel movie. What is the Marvel movie that has the worst MCU humor? Probably one of the Ant-Man movies. Like I was physically, I kept saying like, I want to get up and walk out of this movie, which is funny because I've only walked out of like less than 5 movies in my entire life, and one of the other ones was they're drag racing or something like that. One of the other ones was a Transformers movie. It was the one with Marky Mark and what is his name? J.T. Miller. He played Weasel in Deadpool. But anyway, so God, that was excruciating. So the animation is really good, like really good, and but the humor was killing me. It was killing me. It's not even symbolism. I'm dead. I'm ascending. I'm going up to heaven. But oh God, the humor was so bad. Really good animation, and it was an origin for Megatron. Although I don't think they ever actually call him Megatron in the movie. He's a fan of a guy named, what is it, Megatronus. So the story is D13, something like that, which is Proto Megatron and Orion Pax. They are working in the mines in Cybertron. There's this dickhead named Greg Kinnear-Bot. I kept thinking the voice was Greg Kinnear. It was actually John Hamm. But he's working with the... Oh, I forgot. Spoilers. I can't recommend this, man. Like, that humor was fucking torture. But it's going to be on streaming in a few months. So, I was thinking about Neon, where he was talking about his favorite Transformers movie is Bumblebee, because they have that, like, first 10 minutes that's like... It's like Transformers in their prime, no pun intended. And they were on Cybertron. And yeah, that was really great. And he's like, that was my favorite, just watching the first 10 minutes of that movie. It's like, it never really gets like that. Really, really, really good animation. And one thing I did like is it wasn't a situation where like they just became like their future, prime selves. Again, no pun intended. But they actually went through different stages. Like they didn't have their what are they called? Cogs. They have these cogs that go in their chest so they can transform, but they were stolen. So when they get them, they transform into kind of a basic transformer model, and then later at the end, they transform into primes. And so usually in movies like this, you're just kind of like your regular self, and then you become that super self. Whereas in this one, there was an intermediary stage, which I thought was kind of good, and it helped with. I saw one review where they're like, Megatron just suddenly becomes a villain. It's a sudden change. It's like, no, not really. There was this intermediary stage where he was kind of pumped up, but he wasn't quite Megatron yet. And you could tell, like, all the times he had been bullied, like he really wanted some get back. So the thing I kept thinking about is like the animation's so good. The plot's solid. Like the plot is good. The problem was the humor. Like you got to see it to really understand. Like it was so bad. Just the worst kind of I did a thing style humor. And there was this one part where they have Keegan Michael Key, what is his name? Keegan Michael Key. That sounds wrong. That's right. Key and Peele. Yeah. Keegan Michael Key. Okay. But anyway, his joke is he's Bumblebee, but he wants to be called Bad Acetron, which is that even funny once? Because he says it like 10 times. And at one point, in one scene, he says it like 3 or 4 times in a row. Again, this is like a bacon mustache Bad Acetron. Like this is like Obama era humor. I didn't really look up like how long this has been in development. I saw Steven Spielberg's name in the credits as some sort of producer, but that could mean nothing. Michael Bay's name was in there, so I don't know. Maybe they've been developing this script literally since Obama was president, but I have never literally I just finished it so I could do a review. And also because it's tax deductible if, I do a review. But no, no, that sucked. That sucked. I think even if you like MCU humor, this will be like way too much and just, God. Yeah, when he said Bad Acetron and you were just supposed to find it hilarious and he said it like 3 or 4 times in a row, I couldn't take it. So, it's not a recommend. I mean, it's if you are on a flight and somebody is, watching it in the headrest in front of them and you can kind of see it, yeah, just kind of look over. I mean, there's some really cool fights and there's great designs. Like, I like how everything looked. The animation, like the movement was excellent. The voice acting was good. I don't know if they did motion capture on the actors. It was just the animators, but yeah, I've never experienced humor that bad, and so much of it. So yeah, the guy who said it was 10 minutes, that was not 10 minutes. That's more than half of the movie was just god awful humor. Oh my gosh, it was torturous. So thanks a lot, Cinemark Bistro. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.